Hello, buddy. Welcome back to Tin Man's Quarter Channel. I'm your host, Jeffrey Tin Man Taylor, and today I'm reading a chapter out of my book, Ghost of the Southern Mountains in Appalachia by Nancy Roberts. And this was called The Ghost of Shut-In Creek in Black Mountain, North Carolina. So here we go. There is a place near Hot Springs in Madison County, North Carolina that's haunted. Been haunted since I was a boy, said the white-haired old man. It may have started right after what happened to my uncle. He worked in a manganese mine up beyond Hot Springs at what they call Dry Branch. One morning, they let my uncle down in the mine with the wooden box. He'll go down to the bottom, dig out manganese, load it in the box until it was full. And then they windlass the box back up. When the man would fill the box full, he shake the rope, and they keep waiting and waiting for my uncle to shake that rope, but he never did. They began to holler down into the shaft, and it was like a voice would holler up, but it was just their own calls coming back at them. My uncle never did answer. Finally, they put hooks on ropes and let themselves down, and after a while they managed to bring him up, but he was dead. Nobody knew for sure, but some said gas must have formed down there the night before, and that's what killed him. You know, I was just thinking about that. What would have caused that man to die? I would have figured it might have been a heart attack, but if they said it was gas, that would do it. And here's a picture, real quick, of the house that he's talking about in the area of Shut-In Creek that his uncle lived at. They brought him up to the little old log house on the side of the mountain where he lived, and they had him out a corpse. There was a real crowd there that night. Some sat inside with the body, others just stood around the outside house. I took a turn sitting inside. Always heard you ought to do that to keep the caps off the corpse, but the lamp in that room kept going out even after my aunt brought in a fresh clean one. The light going out began to work on me some, so I asked her to get someone else to take my chair and set a spell, and I went outdoors. We were all standing around talking when someone called out, "Looky there, coming right down the mountain." I looked and saw this big light. Then it started to roll over and over, and it was big as a barrel. It was just a rolling coming down toward us. It rolled over and over and over, and everybody began to holler, but not my uncle's brother Ben, and it was coming at him point blank. I don't know whether he'd been drinking or what, but he began to curse that light with it rolling off the hill toward him. And when it did, well, it hit him, knocked him down, and just kept on rolling right down the side of the mountain and across the road. Some of them boys standing nearby let out running, and those of us that stayed, because we were too scared to move, we picked Ben up and took him inside, but he never did recover, and he died later that night. Oh man, I got a feeling that you cursing at that light made it mad and just decided to kill you. Don't know what type of spirit that would have been. The home place is still there near Shut-In Creek, and it's been haunted ever since. Coming along that road through there at night, certain times of the year, certain nights you can hear people talking. I was coming through there one night. It was dark, and I heard some people talking, and it sounded like there was a passel of them. It was right near my uncle's house. I kept walking, expecting to meet somebody, but I never did meet anybody. I told some folks about that later, and a lot of people said, "Why?" I heard that talking many a time. You go about 4 miles beyond Hot Springs, and then you'll turn to the left. That's Shut-In Creek. There's a picture of Shut-In Creek, and that's the water going down the rock side. And the haunted place is down a ways, about 5 miles. I wouldn't walk through there again at night, no matter what you gave me. They say the talking still goes on near that farm. You hear voices that seem like they never move along the road right near you, but you never see a living soul.